Hi students, and in previous sessions we explained about the Vesper theory and the different types of shapes, geometries and their bond angles basing on the only bond pairs, basing on bond pairs and lone pairs. Okay, so we will take some examples to explain about those Vesper theory tables. In this first one I am taking CH4 molecule. So in the CH4 molecule, how to calculate hybridization also I gave. Here the valency of the carbon atom is 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 atoms. And here hydrogen atoms are present 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 bonds it can form. So hydrogen atom gives one electron for bonding. So this is one electron from the hydrogen and they forms a four single bonds and all single bonds are considered as sigma bonds. Four sigma bonds plus zero lone pairs. Zero lone pairs. So total steric number is equal to the steric number for this is equal to 4. Steric number is equal to 4 means it is sp3. And here all sigma bonds means number of sigma bonds are it is equal to a bond pair, and here number of sigma bonds 4 bond pairs and 0 lone pairs means according to Vesper theory we gave the shape that is tetrahedral, and the bond angle according to Vesper theory we get 109 degrees 28 minutes. So how this is we are getting means we can just go through the table which we gave, and second example we are going for this, and here it is NH3 molecule. Here NH3 molecule when we are taking nitrogen is a fifth group element. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 electrons and each hydrogen gives 1 electron for bonding. So 1, 2 and 3, and the remaining 2 electrons are present as lone pair on the nitrogen atom. Okay, and so here it is having 3 sigma bonds, and so the steric number is equal to 3 sigma bonds plus 1 lone pair. Total it is equal to again 4. So again it is sp3, but because of 3 bond pairs, because of 3 bond pairs plus 1 lone pair, the shape of the molecule become trigonal pyramid. The shape of the molecule becomes trigonal pyramidal. Trigonal pyramidal. And the bond angle decreases. Actually, it is less than 109 degrees, or we can write it is a practically proved value, that is 107 degrees for NH3 molecule particularly. So what is the shape of the molecule means? This is the shape we can see as per this one hybridized orbitals is present with a lone pair. And for CH4 molecule tetrahedral shape means we gave it already. So this is the shape of CH4 molecule tetrahedron. Okay. If you have all sigma bonds without any lone pairs, this is the shape of the molecule. Okay, please see this is a tetrahedron. So this is above and the remaining three are below the plane, and this is like CH4 molecule. If one lone pair is occupying, here if one lone pair is occupying, then this is please look like this lone pair, and this lone pair is above the plane, and this is looking like a trigonal pyramid. So this is like a pyramid. So it is present on a pyramid like okay. So this is like a pyramid and so this is a trigonal pyramid shape. Okay. Next one, third example. Here why we are getting trigonal pyramid shape means because of what type of repulsions it is having. lone pair, and bond pair repulsions. According to Vesper theory, an S3 molecule has lone pair, bond pair repulsions. And next H2O molecule. In the H2O molecule, oxygen atom is a sixth group element. So it has 6 electrons in the valency shell. So these are the 6 electrons. And each hydrogen forms a single bond. So this is 2 single bonds. And this become the lone pair. So this is as per this steric number is equal to 2 sigma bonds. Here you can check, this is 1 sigma, this is second sigma. So 2 sigma bond plus 2 lone pair it is having. Total again it is 4. And so what is the hybridization we are getting? sp3. But because of the lone pair, and because of the lone pair, bond pair, and because of the bond pair means which is more, this is the order, and all the three types are present, the more lone pair repulsions are present, so the shape of the molecule become bent shape, or we can call it as angular shape, or it is also called as inverted V shape, and bond angle is the practically observed value 104 degrees 0.5 or 104.5 degrees. That is the original bond angle observed for H2O molecule. So here, if it is having one lone pair, we can say this is the trigonal pyramid. If one more lone pair is present, if one more lone pair is also present, then the shape of the molecule is, here we are removing one bond and we are adding one more lone pair, then this is looking like this. So you can check like this. So this is a V shape or angular shaped molecule. The V shape or angular shaped, I am keeping this two lone pairs, and this is a angular shape. These are the two lone pairs present on the inverted V shape or angular shape containing molecule. That is H2O molecule. The next important thing, position of lone pairs. Means as per Vesper theory, if you have a lone pair on the molecule central atom, then where the lone pair will be occupying. Suppose sp hybridization, sp2 or sp3 is present at any position. Sp means we are having a linear shape, and sp2 means it is a trigonal planar. Trigonal planar means suppose this is A and this is B and this is C. So it may be position at any position of the trigonal planar. Here or here or here we can write. And sp3 means tetrahedral shape, and in the tetrahedral also, suppose this is A and this is B, bonded atom. Here lone pair is present, or it may be present here lone pair, or it may be any pair. So at any position we can write the lone pair as per the sp or sp2 sp3 hybridization. But for sp3d hybridization, the lone pair will always occupies equatorial positions. At equatorial positions, there is a separate rule for this, that is called as Bend's rule. As per Bend's rule, we can say always at equatorial position means here sp3d hybridization means it is a trigonal planar shape. Trigonal bipyramidal shape. In the trigonal bipyramidal shape, equatorial position means this one, and this is called as axial positions, and in this equatorial positions, either this position or this position or this position, the lone pair occupies, but it never be an axial positions. Okay, and sp3d2 if you are taking always at axial positions. Axial positions means octahedral is the shape for sp3d2, and in the octahedral, suppose this is the central atom, and here these are the bonded atoms, and this is above the plane, this is below the plane, and here lone pair or here lone pair is present, but it never be at a square planar. So this is the square planar, and on this plane we can't get lone pairs. At axial positions only we will get. And if it is sp3d3, if there is a one lone pair, then it is at equilateral position. sp3d3 means it is pentagonal bipyramidal. So by the pentagonal bipyramidal, the lone pair, if one is present, then they occupy equatorial. If two are present, they occupy axial positions. And for this, I will give the shape. Sorry. This is the pentagonal bipyramidal shape. If one lone pair is at equatorial, equatorial means either this position or this position or this one or this one or this one. Two lone pair axial means this is the axial positions. So when two lone pairs are present above the plane and below the plane they are present. If one lone pair is present, then they are present equatorial position. So when we are writing about the structure, it is better to remember about that also. Position of lone pairs. So we will explain about these molecules and we will conclude the Esper theory. SF4 molecule, sulfur, it is sixth group element, so 6 electrons present in the valency shell. So one fluorine atom, second fluorine, third fluorine, fourth fluorine, and there is a lone pair. So the steric number is equal to 4 sigma bonds plus 1 lone pair. Here this is sigma, 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 sigma. So total it is equal to 5. So what is the hybridization? sp3d hybridization. But because of one lone pair, as per Vesper theory, the shape of the molecule is seesaw shape. So 4 bond pairs and 1 lone pair is present. Next, ClF3. Chlorine is a 17th or 7th group element. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 electrons are present in its valency shell. 3 fluorine atoms are making 3 bonds. 3 single bonds or sigma bonds. This is one lone pair, this is another lone pair. So 2 lone pairs are present. So steric number is equal to 3 sigma bonds plus 2 lone pair, and so it is equal to 5. Again it is sp3d, but because of 2 lone pairs and 3 bond pairs, it is present in T shape. We gave the shape also T shape. And next XeF2. Xenon means it is a 8th group element, valency shell contains 8 electrons. 8. And 2 fluorine atoms are only present. So 2 fluorine atoms, this is 1 lone pair, 2 lone pair, 3 lone pair. So 3 lone pairs are present. Steric number is equal to 2 bond pairs plus 3 lone pair. Total is 5. So what is the hybridization we are getting? sp3d. But because of 3 lone pairs and 2 bond pairs, it is having linear shape. XeF2, it is looking like this. It is having 3 lone pairs on it. Same type of structure we have for I3 minus also. Please remember, I3 minus also has the same type of structure, same hybridization. XeF4, same here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 electrons of xenon. 4 fluorine atoms forms 4 single covalent bonds. Okay, and the remaining are lone pairs. So here lone pair, and it is having steric number 4 plus 2, it is 6. So the hybridization is sp3d2. Generally it is having octahedral, but due to the 2 lone pairs, it is having square planar shape. Square planar shape. Here Xe and here these are the 4 fluorine atoms, and as of now, just I said 2 lone pairs present in axial positions, and this is the square planar shape. Okay, so you try for some molecules, basing on that we can get it. Okay.